Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's check out Ascendant Hearts on Nintendo Switch. Okay, what do I got here? Options. Text size, default. Text skip mode, all text. Boy, the key bindings are weird. Alright. Are you lonely? I want to be your friend. Won't you be my friend? I'll see you soon, my friend. I wake up slowly. My head hurts. What happened? I squint at the bright sunlight and ease myself up. I'm in some sort of town square. This place isn't familiar at all. I rub my head. The last thing I remember is nothing. Where was I before this? Where am I from? Something tells me this town isn't it, but fuzzy thoughts make it difficult to focus. I look around for someone who can tell me what happened, but the area is empty, deserted. It sends a shiver through me. Hello? My voice shatters the silence. No one answers. The town is as quiet as if it had been abandoned. I can't shake the feeling that something strange is going on. Where in the world am I? I've never seen a place like this before. My town. My town is more... my head. I still can't focus on anything specific, but I know my town is different. There should be people bustling on the sidewalks and cars driving down the street. Not only is this town empty, but I don't see anywhere a car could fit it. I take a few hesitant steps down the street. Hello? All the houses are silent and dark. I catch a quick glimpse of a face peeking at me from a window, but then I take a closer look. The person ducks away. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Why is everyone hiding? Are people here that afraid of strangers? Something growls behind me. I stiffen and whirl around. Nice doggy. Just stay over there. More? What are these things? One lunges forward and snaps at my leg. I jump back. In the back of my mind, a tiny voice whispers that there should be some sort of dramatic music. Great. I'm not only being attacked, I'm cracking up. As I stare at the monsters, I can't help but think this feels less like a wild attack than a video game battle. But it doesn't matter. Either way, I don't know how to fight them. As the second one prepares to lunge, I flee. Help! Anyone! Despite my cries, I've stopped wondering where all the people are. If I knew these monsters were around, I wouldn't be outside either. No one's going to help me. The monsters give chase as I race across the square. Up ahead, two more jump out from between buildings. Ugh! There's nowhere left to run. I lift my hands to shield my face as all four monsters close in on me at once. Get down! A sudden voice startles me, but I obey. I drop to the ground. Heat brushes my skin as the air above me explodes into fire. When the fire fades, the monsters are gone. Only ashes remain. I lift my head and stare in shock at the young woman who approaches me. Are you alright? I wouldn't call my current condition alright. I'm lost, confused, just got attacked by monsters, and I might have amnesia. On the other hand, I'm physically unharmed, but that's probably what she means. Yes, you came just in time. What were you doing out here alone? I'm not sure. I woke up by the fountain. What were those monsters anyway? And how did you defeat them? Was that magic? You're not from around here. I nod, although her flat tone makes it clear it's a statement, not a question. It must be obvious I'm a stranger here. Come on. Welcome to Lightshire. My name is Shiori. I'll show you around. Thank you. I'm Hayato. As we head through the town square, people emerge from their homes. Some look upset or annoyed, but not nearly as shaken as they should be for people whose town was just attacked by monsters. Did they know the monsters were coming? Of course. We all saw the flash. Flash? The flash of light that signals a monster attack. Only adventurers ready to fight go out when they see the flash. Oh. Anyway, the inn is over there. You'll probably want to stop in soon, although it can wait a bit since you said you're fine. Wait, what does that have to do with the inn? If I was hurt, I would go to a hospital or something. She stops walking and turns to face me with a puzzled expression. You really aren't from around here. Where do you live? I don't know. She looks skeptical, and I don't blame her. I can't remember anything before I woke up by the water fountain a few minutes ago. Oh, well, we'll figure it out eventually. second thought, that's not nearly as much skepticism as someone should show towards a stranger who woke up in town with no memory of how he got there. We will? Of course. That's how these things always work. What things? But for now, it sounds like I better start with the basics. Follow me. Still confused, I follow her as she marches into the inn. This is the inn. It doubles as a tavern. If you need a meal or a place to sleep, this is where you'll want to be. Normal so far? A rest at the inn also heals your wounds, so you should be able to come in here if you're injured. And normalcy disappears. Why? Why what? Why does sleeping in an inn heal wounds? Why wouldn't it? Because you need medical attention? Aren't there hospitals? Oh, yes, hospitals are used for illnesses. Why can't an inn heal sick people? Why would they? We're going in circles. It makes as much sense as injuries healing when you sleep at an inn. Do you just like to argue or something? Before I can protest, a soft voice interrupts us. Do you come from a place where inns don't heal you? The newcomer stares at me in fascination. Shiori looks like she thinks I'm crazy. Yes, I think so. That's weird. No wonder you're so out of sorts. If you come from such a backwards place, the inns don't even heal you. But hotels, they don't, why would... You can't just sleep off major injuries. Wow. Relax. Here, inns work the way they're supposed to. They heal everything except illnesses. Oh, and they can't revive the dead. I should hope not. Let's go. I glance at the other girl, who gives me a confused shrug, and then I follow my guide back outside. Over there is the church. Come on. Oh, what do you do here? Pray? Worship? What else would you do in a church? In this town, I half expected an answer like, you go to the church to save your progress, or something equally ridiculous. Remember, when you pray, the gods reflect upon your life, and thereby record your deeds forever. So I was right. The thought doesn't comfort me. This isn't real life. It's an RPG. Am I dreaming? Why can't I remember anything about my real life except that this isn't it? Of course, you can pray anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a church. Okay. You look distressed. Did the gods smite your family and now you're on a crusade against the heavens? What? No. Calm down. It was just a guess. Something is seriously wrong with this girl. Who meets a stranger and calmly guesses that they're out to kill gods? Let's ask about the gods. So, what gods are worshipped here? It looks like a Christian church, but she clearly said gods, plural. You worship other gods? She sounds fascinated. I've heard of such places, but it's rare to meet someone who doesn't follow our pantheon. Oh. The gods oversee every aspect of life, especially when it comes to adventuring. That's why the church is so important. I see. I don't really get what she means, but sure, why not? There are many different gods. Most of us follow the entire pantheon, but some people devote their lives to one god in particular, the god of healing, for example. You can discuss that with a priest if you're interested. Maybe another time. But now I have to ask. What's up with the cross? Huh? That's a symbol of our religion. The vertical beam represents the realm of the gods, extending from the underworld to the heavens. The horizontal beam represents our world. Since our worlds intersect, the cross is a symbol of our relationship with the gods. That's a much better explanation than I expected, actually. Did you come from very far away? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks for explaining. No problem. Now I just need to figure out what I'm doing here. There's still a few more places you should see. Many people sell their wares here. There are two shops in particular you should keep in mind. The equipment shop sells weapons and armor, and the alchemist sells potions. Potions? Healing potions, mana potions, etc. Did you say mana? Yes, if you're a mage like me, mana is critical. I feel dizzy. I'm in an RPG. What's happening? Has virtual reality come this far? Do you want to buy anything now? No, I'm good. Are you sure? She reaches out and grabs a fistful of my shirt. Hey! This seems pretty flimsy. Starter gear, if I had to guess. Is it a money problem? I suppose I can buy you some equipment, just this once, to help you out. Starter gear? Equipment? I stare at her. She sighs. Wait here. She disappears into the equipment shop and returns a few minutes later with clothes folded over her arm. She holds them out to me. This should provide a little more protection. You bought me clothes? Don't read too much into it. I just want to help you get a good start. But how do you know they'll even fit me? What are you talking about? When you buy gear at the equipment store, it fits. Put it on and find out. Outside? Why not? She's joking, right? She wants me to change clothes out in the open in front of her and any random villager who happens to walk by? I have a little more dignity than that. I'll look around for something I can stand behind. Don't tell me you don't know how to equip gear. Are you sure I shouldn't do it inside? What's the matter with you? Some adventurers change their gear in the middle of a dungeon. Well, if she insists, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, right? With an embarrassing shrug, I start to take off my shirt, but an exasperated groan from Shiori makes me freeze. Honestly, even new adventurers don't unequip all their gear first. Do you know how complicated that could end up being? Do you want me to put these on without taking mine off? Any adventurer can replace their equipment gear like that. All the strange things she said finally came together in my mind. Oh, wait a minute. You're talking like I'm an adventurer too. I don't want to fight monsters. Oh, you'd rather sit around and let other people solve your problems? What if you get caught in another monster attack? I won't always be there to save you, you know. If you don't learn a thing or two, you'll end up dead. But I glance around at the townspeople who hid in their homes when the monsters came. Shiori must realize what I'm thinking because her enraged expression deepens. They live here, you don't. If you want to live here, you need a job. The easiest way to earn money is through adventuring. Most of the people here took on at least a few quests to get started. And don't you at least want the ability to defend yourself? You're at such a low level. Quests? Levels? This must be a weird dream, but I might as well enjoy it while it lasts. In the morning, I'll wake up to whatever my real life is. I've always liked video games, so why not make the most of this dream? Alright, I'll become an adventurer. Finally, since you're low level, I'll fight with you until you're strong enough to handle the monsters yourself. You're really lucky to be here, you know. Imagine if you woke up in high water to the north. Those monsters around there are vicious. Aren't people born there? Why did they become adventurers? Or how did they become adventurers? With a lot of difficulty and pain. Ah, great. Ready to equip your gear? Although it feels stupid, I attempt to put the clothes on she handed me. Not only does it fit perfectly, but my own clothes seem to vanish. Great. I look around in confusion, but my old clothes are nowhere to be seen. They must be somewhere. Let's go grab a few simple quests. Hey, wait. I give up on my search and hurry after her as she heads through the town square. The building she leads me to is crowded. Adventurers stand everywhere, talking and practicing their skills. Welcome to the town hall. This is where the adventurers train their skills, accept basic quests, and turn in completed quests. Also, if you ever want to know more about the world or join a guild, the town hall is a place to ask questions. She walks to a large signboard on one side of the room, notices and scraps of paper cover it. These are quests. Yep, you can get quests from people in town too, but minor ones are posted here. Fetch quests, monster bounties, and so on. Did you say fetch quests? Yep, like this. She snatches a scrap of paper from the board. The innkeeper needs 4 baskets of blueberries to make pie for this weekend. Now that we've accepted the quest, we can go out, get the blueberries, and bring them back for our reward. It's called a fetch quest. Uh-huh. My video game dream is self-aware. What's next? Level grinding? She takes 2 more notices from the board. Here's a bounty for 10 whammers. 10 what? Whammers. They're a type of monster. This other quest is a request for 5 whammer pelts, so we can get those done at the same time. This is good. Quests like these will make it easier for you to earn experience without grinding. These people do know about level grinding. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised. This is my dream, after all. If I thought about it, of course it exists in the dream world. Is this lucid dreaming? I've heard about it, but I was never able to do it before. While she selects a couple more quests and explains them, my mind wanders. What else do I have control of in this world? Can I change the weather? Teleport? She mentioned level grinding after I thought about it. Maybe I can get her to bring up fast travel. Fast travel, fast travel, fast travel. Why are you staring at me like that? It's rude. Is there any way to travel from place to place quicker than walking? Yes, they're called horses. Faster than that, I mean. Dr. Takizawa might be working on a faster method of transportation, but there's nothing available to the people yet, as far as I know. Never mind, then. Maybe I can only do it subconsciously. Ready to head out? Shouldn't I get a weapon first? You don't even have a weapon? Nothing at all? Fine, let's go. Go to the equipment shop and buy something you think you can fight with. I reach into my pockets in the hope that my subconscious, despite not providing me with a weapon or knowledge about combat, gave me a wallet. No such luck. Oh, I don't have any money. I'll pay, but just this once. You better pay me back as soon as you get enough money from fighting monsters. I will. She walks with me to the equipment store. Under her impatient stare, I select a sword that is neither too wieldy, nor unwieldy, nor too expensive. She pays, shoves it in my hands, and leads me back outside. I stare at the sword. It feels strange and unfamiliar. Am I really going to do this? Oh man. What's wrong? That clueless look on your face. You better stock up on potions. I'll be right back. She marches into the alchemist shop and returns a few minutes later with several healing potions. Here. She hands them to me. With the sword still in my hands, it's difficult to hold the glass bottles. When I finally have them, I hold as still as possible. I don't dare move or they'll fall everywhere. What are you doing? Put those in your inventory. My inventory? Right. How do I do that again? Seriously, just put them in your inventory. Next time you'll be asking me how to breathe. I stare at her in disbelief. Do I really have a magical inventory I can put these potions in? Is that where my clothes went? She scowls at me for a moment, then she takes the potions from me. One by one, she takes them and they disappear. How'd you do that? I put them in my inventory. Oh, would you show me how? Really, this is the sort of thing you should ask your parents about. Memories of my parents are fuzzy and faint in my mind, but I'm pretty sure they're not in this world and would stare at me in utter bewilderment if I asked them how to open an inventory. At best, they think I wanted to manage a store. Are you ready to fight or not? Oh, right, sure. I glance at the sword in my hands. If I need to put it in my inventory, you should equip that. Belt it around my waist, yeah. I position the sheath at my waist. I've never worn a sword before, so this seems like the most common position I've seen. Good. What? I was afraid you might try something ridiculous, but at least you know how to position your sword. You're not as hopeless as I thought. Gee, thanks. I practice reaching for my sword. I should be able to grab it when I need it. Step 1 complete. I have a weapon within reach. The tricky part comes next. Just outside of town, a grassy plain extends in all directions. To our north, it meets a dark line of trees. In the east, jagged mountains' peaks stretch high into the sky. It looks peaceful, normal, like something I'd see back home. Then a winged monster soars overhead and ruins the feeling. Whoa! Don't worry, they won't attack us unless you intentionally aggro them. For now, let's stick to these guys. These are whammers. Why are they called that? Oh, walk up to one of them. A little hesitant, I eye the whammers. They're monsters, but they look kind of cute. They don't look very fast or strong, so it's probably safe. I take a few tentative steps towards the closest one. Immediately, its body compresses, and when it flies towards me like a rubber ball and slams into my chest, with the air knocked out of me, I gasp and backpedal. Wham! You don't have to look so pleased with yourself. You did ask. A practical demonstration wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Now it's time to get your revenge. Jump in for a basic attack. I draw my sword but hesitate. My hand fits nicely around the hilt, but the blade's unfamiliar weight makes me feel awkward. Worse, I can't help but realize that the whammer only attacked me when I approached it. Now that I'm in a safe distance, it ignores me again. They bounce around happily together. Are you sure we have to fight these things? Now you're feeling sorry for the monsters? Well, they seem so innocent. I don't want to kill them. Will you get a grip? Don't think of it as killing. They respawn just like we do. If you kill these whammers, they'll lose any items they had and be sent back a bit. That's all. Really? They won't die? I can't believe you don't know something so basic. How did you even get here? I don't know. I told you I can't remember anything before waking up by the fountain. Oh, right. Memory loss. I'm sorry? Amnesia is so cliché. I didn't lose my memory on purpose. Sure. Okay, for a basic attack, just swing your sword at one of the whammers. Are you okay with it now that you know they'll respawn? I nod and raise my sword. It still feels wrong to hurt something so cute, but I remind myself that if this is an RPG, I'd kill my way through hordes of these things without any qualms. With that in mind, I run forward and attack the whammer. It recoils as my sword strikes. It, then bounces towards me. I remember the last attack and jump out of the way. Evasion, nice. She lifts her hands and a fireball appears. It crashes into the whammers, which much more force than my attack had. When the smoke clears, they're gone. One pelt, a potion, and a pile of gold lies on the ground. The pelt I understand, but those monsters had items in gold? She gathers up our rewards and gives me a withering stare. Of course, they keep them in their inventories, which is more than I can say for some people. Ugh. Go, try another basic attack. I'm slightly more confident this time, although she still defeats the whammers in a single blow after I make my attempts. All the same, she seems pleased. You're doing well. Now follow me. The blueberry bushes are this way. When we reach the blueberry bushes, she crouches and begins gathering them. I want to help, but I still haven't figured out my inventory. I still haven't done a simple quest like this in a while. It's nice. I remember picking berries when I was a new adventurer. You're so much stronger than me. That's because you're new at this, and the amnesia makes it worse. Even beginning adventurers know the basics. I'm sorry. You can make up to me by helping me pick these blueberries. But Oh, you don't know how to use an inventory. I forgot. She sighs and beckons me closer. I step closer to her. She plucks a handful of berries from the nearest bush and holds them out. I accept them, but like with the potions, I don't know what to do except hold them uselessly. She scans me up and down while I fidget, and then she nods. Put them in your pockets. Excuse me? Inventory varies based on your clothes. Your pockets seem like your best bet. I can't see this ending anyway except with blueberry stains all over my pants. I'm not shoving blueberries in my pockets. Oh, yes you are. Nope. If you don't, I'll do it for you. One look in her eyes convinces me that she isn't bluffing. With a sigh, I put the handful of blueberries into my pockets and brace myself for them to be squished in a horrible, mushy mess. It doesn't happen. I cautiously look down at my pants. They're fine. I reach into my pocket and pull out an intact blueberry. I return it just as easily. My pockets don't have nearly that much room. They've apparently become portals to another dimension. Shiori bursts out laughing. What's so funny? Your face. You look so shocked. The blueberries. How? Where are they? They're in your inventory now. But that doesn't make any sense. She groans and fixes me with an irritated stare. Even when you learn how to do something, you have to confuse matters by questioning it. Explaining things to you is infuriating. Why bother trying? If you don't want me to... No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm grateful for your help. I really am. But you've done so much. Fighting weak monsters and collecting blueberries can't help you a lot. And my questions annoy you. So why form a party with me? You could have sent me out here alone. Especially if it's so frustrating for her to deal with me, but I don't say that out loud. For a few minutes, she gathers blueberries in silence. I help, even though it still feels strange to me. Let's see here. Let's save just in case. Maybe she isn't going to answer. Then, at last, she sighs. When I was new, it would have meant the world to me if someone helped me out. No one did? No, I learned everything on my own. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. It made me who I am. You, on the other hand, would be doomed if I sent you out on your own. I opened my mouth to protest, but she's probably right. Instead, I watch quietly as she continues to collect blueberries. At last, she straightens. That should be ready. That should be enough. Ready to face the whammers again? Lead the way. We fight several groups of whammers as the day wears on. My awkwardness fades, and soon I feel comfortable with the sword. I also feel different in a way I can't quite explain. When we get back to town, you can use your skill point. My what? This amnesia is really annoying. You're telling me... Each time we fought, you gained experience. Since you're new, fighting whammers was enough for you to easily level up. That's why we fought so many, for a little bit of level grinding. Level grinding means... I know about grinding. You do? Great. Maybe your memories are returning. No, I've just played old RPGs. I keep that to myself. After that last battle, you'll earn enough experience to gain a skill point, which you can spend to learn a special skill. It will be something else you can do in battle aside from your basic attacks. She looks up at the sky, where stars twinkle softly above us. Stronger monsters come out at night. We should probably go home. All right. It still feels strange, but I'm starting to enjoy it. Part of me doesn't want this dream to ever end. When we get back, we return to the town hall. We'll turn in our quests here, but first, why don't you learn your first skill? How? Over here. She leads me to a corner of the room filled with wooden training dummies. Next to the arena, a man sits at a table with a thick folder in front of him. Talk to him to exchange your skill point for a technique. A little uncertain, I approach the table. I'd like to, use my skill point. Here, which skill would you like? He pulls a sheet of paper from the folder and passes it across the table to me. It's a list of combat skills, with level requirements listed next to them. When I fought the Whammers, I couldn't help but wish I was better at protecting myself from their attacks. I looked through the low-level defense skills. What does shield do? That should be good for you. It lets you temporarily raise your defense against physical attacks, although it'll cost you mana to use it. Is that what you'd like to spend your skill point on? I returned the list to him. Yes, I want to learn shield. Good choice. You strike me as a tank. I don't bother to question why this world knows RPG terms like tank. I'm just going to have to go with the flow here. He opens his folder, pulls out a paper labeled shield and hands it to me. It looks like instructions on how to channel mana in my defense. His folder is filled with pages about other skills. Some, probably the most advanced techniques, have entire booklets. Good luck. Thank you for your purchase. He closes the folder and looks down at the table, so I assume he's done with me. He must have taken my skill point. Somehow. Why question dream logic? Now what? Do I practice this against the dummies? You can if you want, but it's fine to wait for a real battle. I'll wait. After all the battles I fought earlier, I'm too tired to practice right now. Besides, the instructions don't seem too complicated. I should be able to figure it out when I try. Okay. She leads me to a desk at the far end of the room. According to the sign above it, this is where quests are turned in. Here are the quests we completed today. She passes the notices from the board along with the pelts, blueberries, and other fetch quest materials across the desk to the receptionist. You're in a party? That's right. Conversation ceases as adventurers turn to stare at us. The town hall falls silent for a moment, but then the silence gives way to whispers. Shiori's in a party! Look, he must be her party member. I look around in bewilderment. Did we do something wrong? Aren't parties common? Here are your quest rewards. I hope you know what you're doing. I take my share of the rewards with more than a little confusion. It's mainly gold, although I do feel like I've earned more experience for turning in these quests too. Thank you. Despite her polite words, her tone is clipped and angry. And thank you for your concern. We know exactly what we're doing. Maybe you do, but does he? Adventuring? I'm an adventurer now, so I did some quests. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? And your party member? You really don't know? Know what? My confusion prompts a new flurry of whispers and murmurs along the gathered adventurers. She already scowls and spins around. People scatter as she marches towards the door. I hurry after her. Outside, she stops a short distance away and puts her head in her hands. What was that all about? I don't want to talk about it. Even if this is just a dream, she seems upset. I don't want to see her upset, especially after how much she helped me during the day. Did I do something wrong? No. Then what? I told you, I don't want to talk about it. She storms off. Wait, Shiori? If she hears me, she doesn't look back. I start to follow, then stop. Maybe she wants to be alone right now. I've only known her a single day. She probably won't appreciate me following her at a time like this. Well, it's late anyway. I should head to the inn and see about getting a room. At least I have a little money now. It should be enough. This is a nice place. I settle in my bed and close my eyes. What a strange day. Once I fall asleep, the dream will end. I'll wake back up in the real world and have a wild story to tell my friends. Maybe I'll be able to figure out what that last weird part was about. Tired from my battles, I sink into sleep. Sunlight wakes me up, and I open my eyes with a yawn. What a strange dream. It feels so... My thoughts grind to a halt as I blink through the blurriness of sleep and focus on my surroundings. I'm not at home. I'm at the inn. The inn? It wasn't a dream. I'm really stuck in this strange world. And I have no idea how to get home. I sit at a table alone and try to eat the food I bought for breakfast. I barely taste it. My mind is a blur with the realization that this is really happening. I've had dreams within dreams before, but now I'm convinced I'm really awake this time. But what can I do about it? My memories are still fuzzy. I can't remember much about my old life at all, let alone how I got here. It's difficult to concentrate amid all the noise. The tavern must be a popular breakfast spot, as it's currently filled with clientele. Excuse me. Her voice is so quiet it takes a moment to hear her over the din. Can I sit here? Here? With me? Sorry. No, I don't mind. You just surprised me. She sits down and doesn't say another word until the tavern waitress stops by to take her order. Then she falls silent again. It stretches on until I feel the need to break in. What sort of company am I if I don't even try to make conversation? What brings you here? I wave my hand around at the crowded tables. She must have sat with me because my table has the only empty seats in the place. Looks like most people came with groups of friends to have a good time. You don't... I stop, unsure if I can finish the question without insulting her. I don't want to outright say that she came without any friends, or ask why she didn't eat breakfast at home. Maybe she can't cook. I shouldn't have said anything at all. But her eyes light up with understanding. Oh, I'm staying at the inn. Really? You don't look like a traveler. Though really, how would I know? So much about this world is still unfamiliar to me. I'm not really. My name is Aiko, and I came here to live. I'm Hayato. I don't have enough money to buy a house or rent a room. The innkeeper lets me work here in exchange for meals and a place to stay, while I search for a better job. Well, why don't you become an adventurer? I'd rather not. Are you sure? I've only done it for one day and I already was able to get a room here and buy food, with money left over to spare. She lowers her gaze and stares at the table. I sympathize, I guess. I mean, I guess adventuring isn't for everyone. I wasn't convinced at first either. Really? Yeah, fighting and taking on quests. It's not really my thing. Not to mention I still expected to wake up from this dream yesterday. What changed your mind? Another adventurer convinced me I should try it, so I'd have a way to support myself. And you know what? It's not so bad. Now that I know we don't actually die when we're defeated, it's kind of fun, actually. It's like living in a JRPG. Virtual reality has nothing on this. Oh. Even though she hasn't eaten her breakfast, she stands up. I'm sorry, I have to go. Wait, is it something I said? No, it's just... Goodbye, and thank you for keeping me company. Then she hurries out of the tavern. By the time I get outside, she's already gone. This is starting to become a pattern. Last night, she already ran off inexplicably, and now Aiko did the same. Maybe it's me. Who knows how many breaches of etiquette I might make because I'm unfamiliar with this world. Alright, let's save it there. This is audapostrophe. You've been, you've been watching Ascendant Hearts on Nintendo Switch. It's a very, very familiar premise. We've seen a lot of manga and anime that kind of follows this stuck in a fantasy world, or wake up in a fantasy world. But so far, I like all the art. The music's not offensive. It doesn't really do much, and, not paying attention to it. Excuse me. The script seems fine, and I just wish there was some voice acting so I didn't have to say everything. But that's because I'm lazy. Yeah, I think we'll enjoy it. It seems like it's a lighthearted good time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.